Hello and welcome to my preseason video for Season 4 of the Tours Racing League, or short Tours RL. After the experimental and chaotic Season 3 with only 10 races, we will resume to a full 21 race calendar and the longest season Tours RL has had so far. Like last season, I will sum up the driver changes here to keep everyone up to date with what happened in our transition to the new game F1 2018 and what has happened in the last game in the last season. The first team we're going to talk about, and also again the Constructors' Champion, is the Scuderia Ferrari. For almost 3 full seasons now, they ran with their British-Hungarian pairing of Nick and Revo, who again won the Drivers' Championship for the 3rd time in a row now. Ferrari, still not being tired of having success, elected to go for the easiest option. Keep the drivers Revo and Nick for another season and try to stay as the top team everyone wants to beat in the league. Will they succeed? Moving over to the second team, we'll have a look at McLaren. They changed their livery for the 2018 season into their traditional papaya color scheme, and also they changed their engine supply after years of frustration over to Renault. But that won't have an impact in the next season, as we're on the game and we drive with equal cars. What makes the difference is the drivers of a team. And as well as Ferrari, McLaren chose to not change anything, and to stick with the 2 drivers that make the biggest leap in performance in Season 3. That Benz had a horrific start to the season with 3 back-to-back retirements in the beginning. After that he bounced back and collected 3 wins in total, and so he solidified himself as P3 in the standings. Tipsy also managed to come back from his frustrating Season 2, and he has made the jump to the very front of the midfield, or even in the front-runner field. Will the trend continue, or will they fall victim to incidents and technical issues again? Renault Racing. Runner-up in Season 2 are the 3rd team not changing their lineup. Terran Cognita has been carrying the team's results from Season 2 on, and he kept doing so in Season 3. When Renault brought in Toro Rosso's Timo as replacement for Ryan Matthew, they hoped he would secure the team a top spot. But then the second seed Renault curse struck again, and Timo had a horrible season with a lack of performance and a lack of motivation. After thinking about fully retiring during the season, he is motivated to bounce back up and compete again in Season 4, after his departure from racing with a laptop took away the frustration of windowed mode and low FPS. How far can he go up the order again with a solid frame rate? Was that actually the reason for his lack of pace? We will see in Season 4 of Tours RL. And should I stop talking about myself in the 3rd person? I definitely should. Let's move on. Red Bull Racing had a great 3rd season with their drivers Rick and Ocean Chief. Rick found consistent top results and even a victory at Monza, and Ocean Chief picked up his pace a lot, also getting a part of the front midfield, just like Tipsy Bob. They looked set to be able to attack again in Season 4 and maybe reach even higher after they only were P8 in Season 2. But then, due to differences in opinions between the leadership of the league and Rick, he got kicked from the league, forcing Red Bull to get a fast replacement that can partner Ocean Chief from now on. Instead of promoting a driver from one of the lower teams, they put their hope and faith and promise in American newcomer Mac Jagley, who has shown some strong performances during the preseason testing phase and may enter the grid as a strong new challenger. Can he get the better of his teammate Ocean Chief, or will the league's godfather himself have the measure of his partner? Season 4 will bring the answer. Just after Season 3 had begun, Force India were forced to change both of their short-time solution drivers soon. Roy didn't show up at the race once, and Ole lost his super license after causing several incidents in the season opener race at Australia, before getting T-boned into oblivion by Timo's Renault with 300 km per hour in the dying stages of the Grand Prix while randomly crossing the track sideways. So they tried out 3 drivers over the course of the season and decided on taking Blind Wink. I probably said that incorrect. Sorry, from the Netherlands, and Silver from Belgium as their full-time drivers in the end. That hasn't changed in Season 4, as they keep these 2 drivers and hope they can become a mid to front-running team, maybe capitalizing on the task of restructuring Red Bull Racing is currently faced with. Mercedes were a backmarker team in Season 2, but Season 3 was a good progress. After axing Danderman for rage quits and low attendance, they partnered Clara, who did make a leap on performance with a switch to the wheel, with British newcomer Jackdaw, who made a strong first appearance in Brazil and also after looked to serve as a solid foundation for the team to build up. Mercedes stick to this lineup for the next season to see if their 2 drivers can improve further and get up the order more and more as Season 4 unfolds. The 7th team on the list is the newly rebranded Alfa Romeo Sauber outfit. Having started as a reserve driver team in Season 3, they've undergone a lot of change through Season 3. They had many different drivers having a few races for them, but none of the drivers, Dannert, Pevexon, Herzl, Noel or Damien, did stay with the team for the season. The only driver they tested out that did stay was Matthias, the brother of Belgian Silver, who joined in the middle of Season 3. His partner will be Smithy. After having had a solid start to Season 2, he had to retire due to hardware issues. These were solved midway through Season 3, and so he re-entered the sport with Haas F1. Because he became really rusty during his break, he failed to deliver results and DNF'd from a lot of the races. Now he joined the Ferrari Junior program to grab another chance for success into Sarel at Sauber. Moving on to Toro Rosso. In Season 3, the Red Bull Junior team failed to keep their strong Season 2 results, with Savage Guard not attending most of the races of the season and not fully being able to keep up with the rest of the league. His teammate Stinger, on the other hand, was able to claim the best of the rest position of P7 in the standings. Toro Rosso made the decision that they had to keep Stinger as their first driver and then promoted reserve driver Evil Duck into their second seat. He's yet to make his first Tour Sarel Grand Prix and is, like the new addition of Toro Rosso's senior team Red Bull, Mac Jagley, a big unknown factor in the season. Will the Red Bull family's brave decision make them climb up the order again, or won't they make it out of the lower end of the standings again? Williams Martini Racing's pairing for Season 3 start was hyped up to be one of, if not the strongest rosters in the grid, and then everything went completely downhill for them from this point on. Todd Thomas only attended 2 races in total, and his partner Xanarchy failed to get the wins he wanted so badly, so he started doing corner cutting exploits, started fighting with other drivers, and infamously declared personal war to now 3-time world champion Revo. I hate Revo too, but I need his setup, so I can't say it out loud. Fuck. To keep our integrity and positive environment, Xanarchy lost his super license and was permanently suspended from racing into Sarel. Williams Martini Racing had to recover, so they picked up Polish newcomer Kirst, who had 2 races in early Season 1 and only recently made the switch to the wheel. His lackluster performances didn't help the team, as it finished down 9th in the constructor standings. They keep Kirst though, and hope he will further improve and build consistency in Season 4. And also they stick to Todd Thomas, as he will be able to attend regularly again in Season 4. Will he restart where he stopped into Season 2? Or will he have to fight his rustiness off for the biggest part of the coming season? Another private team that didn't live up to expectations was Haas F1. They looked like they had a decent lineup with Jesse and Windler, but Windler didn't attend a single Grand Prix for the team, so Jesse was promoted to the first seat and delivered some consistent low-end points finishes to secure a P10, which is a great improvement from his P18 in Season 2. In a similar amount of races, he collected 6 times the points he did in the previous season. After some solo races, he was partnered by returning Smithy, who failed to get good results and has now left the Sauber for the following season. The empty seat was filled with young, promising ex-reserve driver Damien, being the second young Dutchman in the Haas family now. Will the young all-Dutch lineup leave the back end of the order and get up into the higher ranks of runners? So now this was every single team competing in the new Tour Sarel season on the new F1 2018 game. Before ending the video, I wanted to say thanks for all drivers sharing their fuck you bans. The Discord notification just blocked my blocked the text I'm reading off. I wanted to say thanks for all the drivers except that Bans for sharing the information making the graphics of the video possible. Let's have another great season together. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Except Bans. The cunt. Oh, and also, the news just reached us that Dannert removes basically from Finland to Scotland. Scotland. Who goes to fucking Scotland? Seriously, Dannert, reconsider the steps you've made in your life. Goodbye.